Good morning, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWR Today for Friday morning. It is August 21st, 2020. I'm the man they call me Ed, and we have a new sponsor, Matthew. I know that you've been hearing a lot about this on the PWR Super Show. See, I'm still practicing. Sometimes my lips get away from me. But the Super Show with Damian Nelson, Dave Hero, and Shane Helms, we have a new sponsor, and it is Manscaped.com. Matthew, I want to talk to you for a second. Good morning, Matthew, by the way.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for that fine introduction. And I'm curious now, what's the subject you'd like to discuss?
Ball hair. Mm-hmm. So, unbeknownst to our listeners, and probably never wanted to know it, it's like the Sahara Forest down there. I mean, seriously, we're talking a thimble and a clown wig. And I'm kind of glad we've got Manscaped going. If you want to save a couple bucks on your manscaping package, get on over to manscaped.com. Use the promo code PWR, and I believe it's 10% off of your order as well. Matthew, this is something that the wife has been bugging me about. I mean, literally, if you've ever seen Cheech and Chong still smoking, there's a segment in the movie where Itchy Scratchy and Bruno Hakalugi are wrestling, and you know, I know I'm Polish and some German, but you would think I'd be Greek, according to what the movie says, because it's everywhere. Matthew, go ahead.
So here's what I'm envisioning. You know, you occasionally run
I'm sorry that you're envisioning that.
You run across these articles where, you know, in elderly persons, you know, they've found that they've been dead for 3 or 4 years in their home, and, you know, no one's checked on them. And I'm kind of imagining that what I'm picturing looks like their front yard. You know, when
that's
you just
kind of my front yard, if you will. I mean, you know, where I start my advertising.
Yep. Now that's kind of what I'm envisioning now. But you've done a very, very good job. I've got quite the detailed image in my head.
I'm sorry again for that. I do want to read a couple of reviews on their site. So I'm on manscaped.com right now. I feel like they understand by user Akeem T, a verified buyer, by the way. I used other razors, but this one understands guys. It's smooth to the touch, and my girlfriend loves the texture of the underwear. The ball deodorant smells amazing too. Definitely will be a long-term customer. I told my boy about it, and he said he was scared to order from you guys months ago. Well, I'm glad that I did. I assume that he smelled it first before he put it on, or he's really bendy to make sure that it smelled okay. But, you know, that's something that a lot of guys need is ball deodorant. Because they got some sweaty ass balls.
Well, here's the other possibility. The other possibility is he does DDP yoga.
It's possible, you know, or it could be in one of the seasons of Tough Enough and be in episode 1 and have Triple H tell him your balls are showing.
Yeah. Those are two very distinct possibilities there. But it sounds like they've got quite the wide array of products.
Yeah, and apparently there's a promo on there, too, that there's a limited offer. You can get some free boxers, a toiletry bag, free shipping with the purchase of the perfect package kit. So get on over to manscaped.com and do your balls a favor. Again, you know, I'm a big men's health proponent. This part isn't, you know, me joking around. This is actually me being serious. I'm a big proponent of men's health. I've been a Mobro for a very long time. Matthew, I've been a Mobro longer than we've known each other. I think my first year of Movember was, it's been 16 years roughly. So I'd say 03, 04, somewhere around there.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember exactly when I started, but I am always, you know, it's something guys don't talk about a lot, which is men's health. And now we're talking about men's grooming. So get over there, manscaped.com, get your balls cleaned up. For God's sakes, man. All right. So it's Friday morning, and you did not expect to wake up in the morning, listen to me talking about my balls. But we're going to talk about a little Smackdown. Today is the day, folks. Tina Turner and Mel Gibson would be proud because it is Thunderdome time. Tonight on Smackdown on Fox Live, they will be doing Thunderdome. We have seen the first looks of the Thunderdome because they ran some test matches. Matthew, what was your thoughts on the pictures that we've all seen?
It is, it's every bit as space-aged and somewhat awkward as you would imagine. I think the real test is going to be seeing it animated, seeing it in person, as opposed to just these freeze frames. I mean, you could tell that it was, you know, not the full deal. I mean, they had a lot of images of the same people over and over, but it was just so you could get an idea of what we're looking at.
Yeah.
I'm very curious as to if it comes across distracting or not. Because
You mean
you're
like
not
you're not paying attention to the action in the ring and just watching the
right,
background?
right. You're just watching, the individual screens. Because here's the thing, like you're conditioned to see what a normal audience looks like. You're conditioned to see people's, full upper body. Basically, here, this is going to be a bunch of faces for the most part, looking at you, not baby faces or heels, but actual faces, and it's going to be an interesting visual. I'm very curious as to, what it looks like with various camera cuts. To your knowledge, I mean, are we going to have the same people in the same quote unquote seat the entire time, or is it going to be cutting, flashing to various
I
fans? Like,
don't know, and I'll
yeah,
be completely honest with you. I would hope that people rotate around
mhm,
because it could be distracting.
right,
It. I've been thinking about this since we've seen the pictures, and you and I have kind of talked about these a little bit. I like the idea. I really do. I think that this is something new. I really do think that for entrances, oh my God, they could really take that whole board instead of, the little
yeah,
mini iPads and make it just
yeah,
one big entrance, make it a
yeah,
camera or something, and then
yeah,
put the
yeah,
fans back on there. I think that's cool. I
yeah,
think there's something
yeah.
there.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's definitely. I'm I'm just as excited to see what they can do in an arena, with the different camera options, with the different drones, as I am to actually see, fan interaction. And I'm curious also. This information might be out there, but I'm curious as to uh, what the fans are actually going to see. I mean, are they going to be watching the actual presentation on TV, or with you having a quote unquote seat? Are these fans being able to, see a different camera angle or something where they're
Are
not
they seeing the drones?
right, right? Are they seeing the drones? Are they seeing themselves? Because,
Right.
if they're seeing themselves, I can see a scenario where it's you're calling into a radio station, sir, can you please turn down your dial? I mean,
Right.
not there's going to be an
Exactly.
echo, but super distracting. Or, when you go to a Raw, you look at the people on TV side, 9 times out of 10, everybody's looking to the right at the Titantron, trying to get their sign on the air. Like,
Yeah.
what is, what is going to happen here? And I know you and Damien discussed it a little bit yesterday, but at what point the sensors are going to have to be quick. I
Yep.
mean, they're going to have to be, and it's
And
not
not just the
19.
sensors either. I mean,
Yeah,
think about it in this way. I mean, and this is no slight again to the talents that are in the ring working hard, but there are popcorn matches. There
yeah,
are, sometimes maybe you need a manscape during the third match. I mean,
absolutely.
that could happen. So, I mean, what,
Here's the thing too, like, it's not necessarily going to be a situation of 1999 Meathead at the Raw with his Chris Jericho shirt threatening to be ushered out. I mean, here's the
right.
thing, like, am I going to take my pants off at a TV show in public? It's possible, but the likelihood of repercussions, of legal repercussions, is pretty significant if I do such a thing. If I do it from the comfort of my own home, like, are they going to just boot me out of the feed? Like, I mean, are there going to be
Right.
legal consequences if I decide
What
to
was that?
expose
What
myself?
was that thing? And Matthew, I feel this is your arena here. What was that thing where you can go like to chat roulette and just get whoever might pop up in the next thing? And I mean, it basically got
Yeah.
overrun by just freaks.
I don't know, but it sounds really interesting.
No, that I feel like this is your arena here. No pun
Yeah.
intended.
No,
But
no, it would be something that I should know about, but I'm not specifically familiar with the concept, but I like the sound of it.
yeah,
Where you
I
can
don't
just
want
go and just
anything to do with.
chat with random people, huh? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's almost like whatever those apps are that you guys use. The what is it? Not the Twitch. What's the one where you look for booty calls?
Oh, the Tinder is what they call it.
Tinder, Grinder,
Hmm.
whatever the hell they're called. Uh, but yeah, it's like a chat roulette where people just end up popping up on there. So I don't know. I'm excited to see it because I want to see it in action. We've seen the pictures. I'm excited to see it play out. It's more the excitement for something,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
different.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, I'm as eager to tune into SmackDown tonight as I've been, um, you know, probably since the first SmackDown that took place in the COVID area, just more out of interest to see what
morbid curiosity.
To see what, the empty arena would look like. And now we're in actually a full size arena with this technology that we've never seen before. I mean, this is as strange as everything feels. This is history.
It is kind of history. Let's talk about the event that's actually going to be part of history. Let's talk about the actual SmackDown. So here's what we got right now. AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy are set for a championship clash in the Thunderdome. The Intercontinental Championship is on the line. My hopes are that we don't have business taken care of tonight, that it kind of leaks into SummerSlam, because I'd like some more appearance points, and I'd like Jeff Hardy to win the belt at the pay-per-view. That's just me, though.
I just want a reason to see more Joseph Park.
God, that was great. Thank you, Joe Park, for showing up. I don't know if Chris Parker will ever show up, but thank you, Joseph Park, for showing up. And again, we talked with Dave Hero on Tuesday morning. Everybody wants to have their last match in WWE. I would love to see Joseph Park get a match.
Would you not love to see just the one time, an Abyss versus Kane match?
Wow, that'd have to be a one-off. I mean, super one-off, because Kane's literally got a job. Not that Jesse Ventura.
He's a mayor.
Not that Jesse Ventura wasn't a governor, doing play-by-play on the weekends for XFL. And Jesse Ventura actually was the special guest referee when he was governor at that SummerSlam in '99 as well.
That's true. Here's the thing, though. Say Kane's not available. Give me Abyss and The Fiend.
Okay, so you're thinking character. Abyss has to have somebody character-wise to work with.
That's what. I mean, if you're gonna do it one off, I want to see it somebody that thematically matches.
Are we calling
Abyss.
James Mitchell?
Oh, that would be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'd need to see it. I would love to see it. I don't know if it'll happen. I think Chris Park will get a one-off, maybe with AJ Styles or with somebody that AJ's having an issue with, and I think that's really where the match is. Even though I think you can get some money with Abyss actually wrestling once. Braun Strowman's going to come out to deliver one final message before SummerSlam. This program has taken an upward turn for me, and I have interest in it now. Braun Strowman has some of the Fiend's powers have leaked into Braun Strowman since going into the swamp. Braun Strowman has told Alexa that he doesn't care about her, doesn't give a damn about her, and the Fiend seems to have bent a little bit for Alexa Bliss. Like I said, the interest level has gone up a little bit.
I'm right there with you, and I think the majority of that is attributed to Alexa Bliss's involvement.
Alexa Bliss.
Had this gone another pay-per-view, I don't think I'd have had interest in it. But the Alexa Bliss element of it is really renewed my interest in this. And I'm okay if we don't have Braun talking about consuming anyone's entrails this week. Did that kind of jar you back a little bit?
It did.
I was not expecting that.
It kind of threw me back. I mean, because I was having spaghetti at the time. So, it was just...
Well, and here's the thing with me. I was watching this. I was intrigued, but I was I forgot what I had done previously, but I was a little bit tired, and I was kind of starting to doze off a little bit.
You heard the word.
And then I literally got jarred awake by the fact that did he mention his entrails? And I went back and rewound it, and sure enough, he went the entrails route.
Okay. All right, entrails it is. Lucha House Party looking to dethrone Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro in the SmackDown Tag Team title match. So we've got 2 title matches on it.
Yeah.
SmackDown. So 2 title matches, tag team title match as well.
Yeah, I don't foresee them losing the titles, and I don't foresee AJ Styles losing the title on SmackDown or necessarily any time in the near future. I mean, Joseph Park, he's the statistician. He's the guy that does the statistics, is what I'm trying to say. And, in order for him to stay relevant, he's the guy that's trying to determine the next contender, which is nobody. So I don't foresee them bringing him in and then having AJ drop the title anytime soon.
We'll see. Like I said, my goal would be to have Jeff Hardy get that appearance and that win at the pay-per-view. Hell, he could drop it at SmackDown next week. I don't really care. Big E looks to pay back Sheamus in the latest singles challenge. So the story is Big E is out on his own again. You know, he's a single competitor now. The rest of the New Day are out and still convalescing. And Xavier Woods has been out for about a year, I feel.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you're going to have you're going to have Biggie as a
Kofi
singles
COVID.
competitor.
Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, no, I was going to say nothing about Kofi. I meant Big E, but no, I think Big E's singles career continues to move forward. And I mean, maybe I don't know what the time frame of anybody returning necessarily is, but I think you just keep running with this. And I like what they're doing. I don't think there's any need to break up the New Day. I think when they're ready, you have Xavier and Kofi come back and, potentially team, but Big E, keep the singles run going for a while.
They did a great thing with the New Day when Kofi did his main push. They had the boys stay there. Never had any issues between the team. And then when he lost it, because he lost it to Brock Lesnar on the debut episode of Smackdown on Fox, and he lost it in like 30 seconds. The team stayed there with him. So I think the team doesn't need to break up at all. You're right. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I mean, I think they know that it's more money in New Day staying together. And what, it speaks volumes to each of those three guys that throughout this past, over half a decade, they have managed to stay interesting and stay intriguing. And I mean, it seems like now, half of the payoff of a tag team is to, all right, when are they going to break up? When are they going to have a feud? But these guys have managed to stay relevant and entertaining and continually reinvent themselves. And I say reinvent themselves, not that the gimmick has changed that drastically, but coming up with new fun things to keep it interesting and entertaining.
Studios, pancakes. I mean,
unicorns, trumpets.
Right, exactly. So that's SmackDown. I want to talk a little bit about TakeOver tomorrow night, TakeOver 30. I want to talk about really the two big matches for the NXT Heavyweight Championship. Karrion Kross and Big, oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? Big Lee.
Yep. Keith Lee. I don't. This is tough to call.
This is a tough one.
Man, it really is because, Keith Lee, the newly crowned champion, but my goodness, Kross has a push like we haven't seen anybody have in a long time. But they knew
this.
There.
I mean, it's not like WWE Hotshot booked this 2 weeks after he won the belt. Karrion Kross was there the night he won the belt.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I mean, that was coming together. I mean, during all of this, man, this is tough to call. And unless they feel like they have put him at enough of a disadvantage, with the whole fireball thing, that they can take it off of him and have that as the story. Have Keith Lee go away for a while after he loses.
Keith Lee could go away to Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, then that's the other option as well too. I mean, is Keith Lee, because you've got to do something to break the monotony on both of those shows, and it's really been a while since we have gotten any notable call-ups. And I mean, it's not been there. That has not been their formula. You don't have a champion win the title, lose the title, within a month and pop up on
especially
one of
with
the shows,
the massive push that he had.
Yeah.
I mean, he was North American champion. He helped unify. He's the first unified, men's champion in NXT history.
Yeah, this is a tough one to call, and I keep looking at Kross, and I mean, his push is, he's got a rocket strapped to his back. I mean, the production on the entrance alone, I don't see that and say this is a guy whose push is going to be stopped anytime soon.
Well, that part doesn't matter as much, because I'll talk to you about a Mr. Robert Rood, who had amazing production going into his entrances. He had a choir singing his songs. Where's dude now?
Yeah, he's not in the title match.
He's not in any match. I mean, granted, I know that he's, probably injured or something, because he's nowhere to be found. But when he was to be found, he got traded, even when he was injured. That's the only reason they could bring Dolph Ziggler over. Oh, yeah, they traded for Robert Roode, too. So Robert Roode's on SmackDown. I mean, on Raw. But, dude, Robert Roode literally just got shoved to the side. And, I mean, dude, Glorious had an amazing, when he first started going towards the NXT title, dude, he had the production like nobody's business.
And one day I think it'll make sense for us to go in a little bit more in depth as far as these NXT stars that were over that just that the push just fell flat in the main roster. I mean, he is one of the biggest examples there. Outside of maybe the Ascension and a few other
vaudevillians.
That just did not translate, just did not carry over. And honestly, I thought for the longest time Bayley was going to be one of those. But what a great job. She's done what a great job they've done with her to make sure that hasn't happened. But, I felt like for a long time, Bayley was not quite connecting like she was in NXT. And a great job on her reinvention there. But yeah, you've got quite a few that just, it hasn't,
technically Johnny Gargano was a SmackDown star. So was Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh my goodness. I forgot about those little runs.
And they got sent back to NXT. I mean, and think about it. Finn Balor didn't win his match, and he won't be in the 5-person ladder match coming up tomorrow night. Finn Balor is just kind of in NXT now.
Yeah.
And that's the other match I wanted to talk about too. We're going on overtime here, but 5-man ladder match. Cameron Grimes, Damian Priest. I always forget Big Boy's name. Bronson Reed. Velveteen Dream, and who am I missing? Who's the 5th?
Did you say Gargano already?
Gargano, no, and Gargano. Gargano with a shot to become the first 2-time NXT North American champion. Who wins this?
Nobody who's ever held the title, so not him. Man, I've just got a good feeling about Grimes. I really do. I think you need to put it on somebody who needs a little something here. I don't think it's Gargano. I don't think it's Dream.
What about Damian Priest? Damian Priest is a big guy.
Yeah, that's the other way I could see it going. I feel like Damian Priest has a more established character than Grimes does at this point. And I still feel like Grimes by a hair, but Priest would not surprise me at all.
Okay. There you have it, folks. Tonight, we make history. It's time for the Thunderdome. We don't need another hero. That's from the Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, not Fury Road, that abomination that came out a couple of years ago. No, that was the final Mel Gibson Mad Max one. Tina Turner, Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. Master Blaster. Look it up, kids. So tonight, it's Thunderdome time. Tomorrow night, NXT 30 TakeOver. Sunday, SummerSlam. Next week, Sunday, WWE Payback. The Saturday after that, AEW All Out. Don't forget also tomorrow night, folks, after the NBA ends or at 5 p.m. Central, it'll be AEW Dynamite. It was pre-taped, but a lot of big matches. We ran down those yesterday with Damian, including a couple title matches as well. Cody's putting the title on the line, so we'll have to see how things turn out. Matthew, anything else you want to bring up before we go on home?
We're
finishing the week here. Make it big.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's just listening to you run that down. What a crazy couple of weeks in a row of wrestling. I mean,
and we're talking balls now too.
Yeah, and balls. I mean, it's just there's a lot happening. There's a lot going on. Make sure that make sure you're not trying to multitask too much. I mean, maybe save that activity for when you're not watching 2 wrestling shows going on at the same time tomorrow. We don't want anybody getting hurt or cut or anything like that. So just make sure you're using proper time management.
Matthew, here's what I need from you.
We don't want anybody getting that kind of color.
Right. Here's what I need from you. I need you to be my brother from another mother. First off, have you ever seen The Change Up? Ryan Reynolds, Jason Bateman.
I can't say that I have. No.
I need you to see it. Secondly, I need you to be the Ryan Reynolds to my Jason Bateman.
I don't know what that means.
You have to see the movie. But basically, I need you to get in there and show me how to clean my taint.
So a tutorial of sorts.
Go see the movie, folks. Go if you haven't seen Change Up yet. It's available. I think it's even on TBS on demand. It's out there for free. It's I think it was on HBO Max too. So if you have HBO Max, not that they're paying us to say their name, but go see it. That's literally what I imagine the ball trimmers are going to be like. Is Jason Bateman cleaning out Ryan Reynolds cleaning off Jason Bateman's taint?
Well, there you go.
On that note, for Matthew Thomas, I'm the man that called me today. Hey, thanks for stopping by, everyone. So long.